tremendous viewing area, the banks surrounding this 18th green, and the lovely clubhouse perched up on top. Well, there, somewhere in there, is a ball. This is Nakajima's second shot. He's only just off the fairway. Those trees are hanging over a bit ahead of him.
He's got the kind of a lie that he can't really judge. He can get it to the green if he judges it right.
Hit the tree, I think, Ed, or...
I believe he did, Peter.
Yeah. It may have stayed in that tree. I never did see it work its way down.
Oh, Dave, was it you saying 153 balls dropped out of one branch there or something?
No, someone else did, but...
Dave, I think you're right. I think the ball may have stayed in the tree. I'm looking right at it and had a good view, and it never came down.
Oh, there's somebody shaking that tree limb up there. It may have stayed in that tree. There now is a bunch of people have climbed that tree.
Well, now we've got Frank Hannigan with us. Now, Frank, what happens? Here he is. He's hit his ball. We know it's up there. What happens?
Well, I guess, first of all, we better be sure that it didn't come down.
Just supposing it stayed up.
Well, if it's up there, he would have to identify the ball in order to treat it to have the advantage of calling it unplayable. Obviously, up in a tree, it's unplayable. If he can't identify it, then it's treated as a lost ball. And there's really probably no practical way of identifying it. Well, so that means he's stuck with, he'd have to go back and drop it and play stroke and distance.
Well, what if it is stuck in the tree and they shake it down, the kids that are up there, Frank? That's just an outside agency, isn't it? I mean, he'd be, in a sense, lucky that they did that.
Yeah. If that happens, then the ball's been moved by an outside agency, and it can be treated as an unplayable lie because he would have identified it.
Okay.
In the beautiful setting of the Olympic Club in San Francisco, we're bringing them home in the final round, running over. If you've just joined us, a young man named Keith Clearwater went out and shot 64 many hours ago to tie the course record. Here are more alphabetical scores. Jim Thorpe just one over. He had sagged down. He went 5 over. He shot 40 on the front 9, in the process possibly of shooting 32 or 33 on the back. Let's check in with Ed Sneed. Now, what's the deal down there on the ball up in the tree?
Well, Jim, of course, it has been determined, or at least they believe the ball is in the tree, and because it has not come down. Now, they're trying to communicate to Tommy his options, which are the ones that Frank Hannigan pointed out. If he cannot identify this ball, it must be treated as a lost ball.
And he goes back to where he was.
Now, we have a young man that's bravely climbing the tree.
Frank Hannigan, could the young man identify it for him? Say the name and the number?
Well,
is that legal?
As David pointed out, if the young man was an outside agency...
No, but I mean, suppose he says this is a whatever number 4.
No, he could shake it. He could have to shake it down, and then Tommy could treat it as an unplayable rather than a lost ball.
So that the player must visually identify the ball himself. Is that it?
Player must identify the ball.
Well, they're cheering that kid on. I mean, that's the most excitement. You know, Mac O'Grady's ball almost stayed up there a little while ago from the same place that Nakajima was in.
Well, we're not speaking figuratively when we say that Tommy Nakajima's up a tree in this open right now.
It's, on occasion, I've seen guys try to play the ball out of a tree or something. And,
is that it up there? No,
well,
I don't think so.
It's got to be in one
can't
of those...
make it out. Way up in the tree. I hope he doesn't hurt himself.
Oh, he's having a ball of a lifetime. Are you serious?
What? That's how high up he is. What are the odds that this kid would be on national TV almost in prime time this Saturday night?
And his mother doesn't know where he is.
Well, maybe she does now and is scared to death.
Wait till I get him on.
If you've just tuned in, welcome to Wide World of Sports and the National Tree Climbing Championship. Boy, take it easy there, son.
Yeah, it wouldn't be funny if he did happen to
sure,
fall.
but he's almost up in the top of that. He's got to be, 30, 35 feet off the ground. There's Tommy waiting to see what occurs. I don't think the lad sees the ball yet, certainly.
I think it came down a little farther down the tree than he is.
Yeah.
David, I think you're right. I saw the ball go into the tree. I don't believe it is that high. I think it's a few branches lower.
Frank, how long do we have here?
You have 5 minutes.
That's it. Unless it's found or identified within 5 minutes, it's a lost ball. And that time has just about expired. I think we've got 15 or 20 seconds left.